everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of Truth Be Told. This episode is a very, very special episode. As you guys can see, we have a little new setup. We have a very special young lady here with us. I'm your girl, Steph.
And this your girl, Mills.
How you doing, Mills?
Girl, I'm doing good. I'm feeling proud today because
Oh, shoot, all in pink.
Yes, rocking her earrings, guys.
Oh, my God.
We keep it real over here, guys. You guys know this is not studs today. Voila, for the moment, and for the special guests.
So as you guys know, we are in October. October is Pinktober for a very special reason. And this is one of the reasons why we have this special young lady here with us today. Hello, Yolanda. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm blessed.
Welcome to Truth Be Told. We are so pleased to have you.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to come and share my story.
Sure, of course. Like I said, this is going to be a very special episode. It's not what you are accustomed of, because we know, once we see this color, we know what that means. Yes. In October, we're going to be talking about this vicious thing that we just hate, cancer, breast cancer. And Yolanda is one of the person that I think with her experience is the best person that can take us into her journey, what was her experiences like, and so on and so forth. So
yeah, we wanna also pay a special, a tribute to the persons that we've lost, persons that are still currently fighting, and of course a tribute to the persons that survived, because it's not from what I've seen in movies.
Because we can't
relate to it. I don't want to sit up here and be hypocritical and be like, I've had family and stuff like that that's been through it. I think God's grace, is that I never had to go through it firsthand like that. But I have seen what it can do to the body and to the soul and to the mind and to the spirit. So that's why I say there need to be a tribute, like give people their flowers, so to speak, when it comes to cancer. Even the families should get praise because, it's a lot, but I'm going to let you, only because I can be with the hospitals and the persons that are taking treatment. I see what the families go through as well. And that's something that I think we need to really get, everything around you. So again, big ups, even though, it's a professional setting right now, but seriously, I don't know what else to say, but big up yourself, girl. Like, you survived this. You're still going strong. And I'm going to say this, you carried it so gracefully and amazingly, not to take away from anyone that is not able to carry it as well as you, but I respect you 20-fold more because I could not tell. Yeah. And it's a testament to your strength and resilience. Like, I could not tell. Even your smile, your smile never missed a beat. I know in private it was different.
Yeah.
But your smile, never, your compassion, the way you
carry herself, the whole...
sorry. We on Truth Be Told, right? We keep it all the way real.
All the time.
Even at that hair event, it was for your daughter, no? You didn't even ask me for you, no?
Yeah.
That's wild. I'm just remembering a conversation, girl, props to you, big ups. Big ups to her right here, bro. Y'all don't even know. But let's get into it.
And tell us, I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself. Let the people know a little bit who's Yolanda and why is Yolanda here.
Well, as I was formally introduced, my name is Yolanda Jackson Martina. I'm 44 years young. I'm married. I have two daughters, 17 and 12. I'm a civil servant. I work for the government of St. Martin, Division Public Education.
Nice.
Senior administrator. And 4 years ago, so I was invited by you guys to talk a bit about breast cancer. And 4 years ago, I got the devastating news that I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. Wow. So it was devastating because I was only 39 years of age. And I remember at 35 at one of the events with Electra and Shelley. I loved it. I love the color pink because it's a vibrant color. And I love the activities, the hype. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go get checked. And I went to my house doctor, said, I want to get checked. And she said, you're 35. You're too young. Come back when you're 40. I said, okay.
Really?
Yes. So I was like, okay, no problem. And at age 39, I was getting ready to go to my daughter's birthday. And while I was getting ready in the shower, I saw a bloody discharge in my baby blue bra. And I was like, where is this discharge coming from? And so I decided to squeeze my nipple. And the more I squeezed the nipple, the more bloody discharge came. So I immediately sent a picture to my house doctor because it was the end of the pandemic, but we still couldn't go in person unless it's an emergency. So when I sent her the picture, she immediately said to come on Monday. It was on a Saturday. So I went and the doctor already had out a referral letter written and she had urgent. So it was two things that was alarming for me, that the referral letter was already written. In the past, when I went to the doctor for some other issue, she asked me certain questions. Then she filled out the referral letter. But in this instance, it was already filled out. So
She already knew.
I will think so, but she did not still tell me. And she had urgent. So when I questioned her, she said, it's the pandemic. And if you don't put urgent, you will not get help quickly. I said, doctor, you're sure? Because I'm here like 4 or 5 years and you never did that. Nevertheless, I trusted her. I went to do the mammogram and the mammogram came back with discrepancies. It was inclusive. It was unclear. So they said that I have to do an MRI. So I did that. Still inconclusive. They saw some discrepancies, but they couldn't determine what it was. So the third testing method is a biopsy where they take incision is done. They take a bit of your the tissue and they send it for testing in the Netherlands because we don't have a device here, those equipment here in St. Martin to have it tested. So it was in December 2021. It was sent to the Netherlands for testing. And on January 18, 2021, the St. Martin Medical Center called me and said to come to get my results. And you know, when the hospital call you for your results, that's not a good sign.
Never good.
And I was ready to go to a meeting. So I tell my manager at that time, I need to go to the hospital because they have the results. And she said, don't worry, everything will be okay. I immediately contacted my husband. He met me by the parking lot. We went. But because it was the pandemic, only one person could have come. I went. And the doctor at that time, the attending doctor was telling me, how I'm feeling, trying to get me into that, in that comfortable
space of mind.
Yeah. So I was like, doctor, just get to the point. Just tell me what it is. And he was like, and while he was talking and trying to calm me down by, saying how I'm feeling, how the kids and stuff, in that moment, I told him, doctor, just get to the point. Because I was nervous already and I just wanted to hear the news. And when he told me I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer at age 39, it's like I zoned out. I zoned out. I could not believe it because I was preparing in the upcoming 2 months for my 40th birthday. So I was like, I wasn't educated about breast cancer. So I immediately thought death. So that's the reason for zoning out.
That's where you went, like that was your first thoughts and emotions.
Yes. Death.
Wow.
I'm not going to even lie. I thought death because I was not educated about it. And so while I thought death, I also thought my children flashed in front of me. At that time, they were 8 and 13. So I was like, I'm leaving my kids behind. I'm a young married couple. So I zoned out. And I can't remember with the count. I just heard the doctor say, Mr. Jackson, Martina, are you there? Mr. Jackson, I was like, doc, really, I need to dissect this. And he said, okay, I'll give you time. But I must say that you have to take a decision quickly because the cancer is invasive. It's growing fast. So imagine getting this news, you're devastated, you're thinking fear, and then on top of it, you got to take a decision shortly on your life. So I told him, okay, I need time. And he walked me out. I went to my husband. Words couldn't even come out my mouth. Tears run down my eyes. He's like, what is it? Are you okay? He gave me water. He seated me down. And I was like, no. And the words literally couldn't come out because I'm still in shock.
I could imagine.
So I can't remember. After a couple of minutes, he calmed me down. And I was like, I have cancer. He's like, what?
Could you just don't, I feel like it's just
say it. Yeah, how do I say? And he's like, what type of cancer? I was like, breast. He was like, whoa, okay, what can we do? I could see the nervousness, but still.
He's trying to keep you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's like, what can we do to solve this? Because he's a problem solver. So he's like, okay, what's the solution?
That's what we need. I'm just saying, we love you husbands, all the husbands, because we always take time to big up men who knows how to handle strong women. Yeah. And when you said he's a problem solver, I was like, I need to shout out all the husbands that understand that strong women still need their problem-solving husbands, okay? Yes, because we go through it. So big ups to hubby. Shout out to you. Good job.
And at that time, I really needed his support. Like you said, support is very important because, like I said, fear, death, I zoned out.
Goosebumps, honey.
So I need someone's turn and could think for me at that moment. Mm-hmm. And because I couldn't think for myself. And so we immediately called the doctor on the phone in the car, and we made a follow-up appointment, which was like 5 days after. And we had to make the decision to go into surgery. So I had a lumpectomy done here in St. Martin. So that's when they removed the lump, the tumor.
Uh-huh.
And immediately after, like 3 weeks after, I had to start with chemotherapy. That's a sort of treatment. And that was, for me, was another headache.
Can you go, not to be too invasive, but only because, you know, what you see on TV might not be the realistic, or it might not show the full in-depth story of it. Can you give us a little explanation of what it was like on your day-to-day with taking chemo and the effects of chemo on you, just so people could understand how much more impressive it is that you were able to carry it the way you do.
But for me, before that, like, you break the news to your husband, but how did you break it to the rest of the family? Like,
you told your kids?
The kids was young, so did they understand what was happening? You have a 13 at the time, right? So she should be able to understand, like, how was that conversation?
Well, at that time, I chose not to tell too many people because I too had to process this information, and I didn't want people to overwhelm me. That's the word, overwhelm me. So I kept it really to intermediate family, like my parents, my siblings, my husband, of course. But I didn't tell the kids at that time when I found out the news. I did not. I chose not to because my eldest daughter was taking the FBA exam and the little one was 8 years old, too little. Yeah. So I chose not to tell them at that time. So going back to the chemotherapy, it's like a liquid fluid that goes into your body. It's like poison, so to speak. And from the very first treatment taking that, I lost my hair, all my hair.
From the first treatment?
From the first treatment.
Okay, so that's a big difference because usually people think it happens after, but okay, so now you know.
But it varies per person. It varies per individual because, for example, they said when the nurse was explaining to me about chemotherapy, the side effects, there were 14 side effects of chemotherapy. While I spoke to some ladies, they had 3, 4. I had 10 out of the 14. So it varies per individual and their bodies. Okay. So for me, it happened by the first treatment, but I spoke to ladies that they didn't lose their hair, or it happened by the 4th chemotherapy treatment. But unfortunately for me, it happened by the first. And how it happened is a couple of days after taking treatment, I was so sick, throwing up, can't eat. And then my husband found hair in the bed, like loose hair, but in bulk. And he was like, what is this? And I was like, I don't know. Then he touched my hair and it just keeps coming out like loose, like the hair was loose off. And the more it keep come off, I was like, oh my gosh, like so
That's
fast.
another heartbroken moment.
And you know, for a woman, your hair is your strength, your beauty, is your everything. And for me, and I had thick hair. So I was like, what? One treatment did this? So I fell in a depression because I was like, oh my gosh, already I have this disease. I got to take this poison in my body and now I'm losing my hair. But again, my husband came and he said, listen, let's shave it off because seeing it drop off like that will depress
it's even worse. Yeah.
So, yes, shout out to him because listen, I am so blessed. I must say, we always big up the ladies, but I am so blessed to have a very supportive and my husband who was by my side during this because going through it, there was a lot of changes in my body, in my appearance. And this could turn anybody off. Because, men are very visual,
Yeah.
And somebody could tell you that they love you, but words doesn't mean anything to me. It's the action. And that moment, that year that I went through cancer, my husband put his love into action. I remember my 8-year-old daughter was like, when I got my hair shaved, she looked at me and said, Mama, you're so ugly. And
she's she's 8. Children, exactly.
Kills you all over again.
Yeah, but I didn't take it on because she's 8 years old.
She's just accustomed of seeing.
Yes. Yeah. And what did my husband turn around and say? Do not say that, Alicia. Your mommy is sick. She's beautiful. And then he kissed me. And she was like, oh, gee. But innocently.
But she needs. But you know what that is? You know what that is? When she grows up. You see that example right there of daddy kissing mommy?
Yeah.
She is going to know that is the standard.
That's what she deserves.
That's why it's always good to be a good, loving example in front of her because nobody could play with her now. Correct. Because if I see him love her like that, that is my standard.
Yep.
That's it.
That's true.
That not going to accept nonsense.
Now. Exactly.
Big up to you and Hobby. Listen, yes.
Wow. So how was as you go along with the chemo, how was the changes? Like how personally for you, how did you handle those changes?
Well, for me, every 3 weeks that I took chemo for the past 8 months, it was a struggle. It was a struggle because it didn't agree with my body. So I used to throw up a lot, loss of appetite. I couldn't eat. I lost a lot of weight. Motion sickness, even to go in the car to go to the doctor for visits, I will have to walk with a bucket because I will just throw up. At the side of my bed, I also had a small bucket that I threw up because the smell of perfume, the smell of food, the smell of any scent made me throw up. Wow. It was like you're pregnant, but like 3 times worse. You can walk outside, like I have a garage. As soon as they open the door to my bedroom, and I just smell whatever, food, perfume, I just start to throw up.
Oh, wow.
And that for me, I couldn't understand. They had to try not to have anything. Everything has a scent, but anything with strong scents,
it would really set it off.
It will set it off. And I remember, and you ladies, you have to know your bodies because, like I said, every month that I took chemo, I was hospitalized as well. Every month because I got so weak from throwing up, nothing staying, not even water. And I was hospitalized. They had to give me Infuse, I think it was called, to kind of build me up. And there was one time on Mother's Day. This was in May 2021. I think that was like by the 4th time. And they had this doctor in the emergency that every month that I was hospitalized, he was there. He was the attending physician. So at this time, I told him, Doc, I'm feeling different. I feel worse than the other 3 times. Yeah. And he was like, oh, it's part of the process. Every month you're here. I said, Doctor, I really, really feel different. I feel like everything is shutting down. And he was like upset with me because I was like, can you do an x-ray or take blood works too? And he was upset because I demanded that. And I said, you know what? If you don't want to listen to me, send another doctor that will listen. And the thing was, like, you have to speak up for yourself, because at that time it was a pandemic, only you and the doctor, and of course God, but there was no one to speak up for me. So I had to stand firm while I'm sick, battling this, tell him I need to see another doctor. And he had me there waiting over 2 hours because he felt offended that I did that.
Oh my God.
However, there was this nice lady doctor that came and she said, Mrs. Jackson Martin, what can I do for you? And I explained her the situation, that I'm feeling weak. I feel like everything is shutting down. Can she do some blood work, x-ray, whatever the case, to find out what's happening? Truth be told, after doing the test, she listened to me, came back, hooked me up. I had to go into ICU because apparently everything was shutting down. I haven't eaten for months.
Did he even apologize?
No, I haven't seen him since, and I rather not go talk about that.
I understand you. I understand.
But it was like, the doctor was like, wow, it's good that you knew your body. Everything was shutting down. ICU. My family couldn't see me. Only my husband could have come see me in a small window. And they had to wear, the nurses, doctors had to wear gowns, because they said if I get any flu or COVID, I will not be here sharing my story today. So you asked me earlier, Milene, how do I stay so vibrant? How do I have this smile? Because death came knocking on my door twice in 2021 while I'm battling the disease. So now I'm just grateful for life. I'm so happy to be able to share my story. I'm so happy to breathe. Yeah. I'm so happy that I got to get a second chance of life. And that's why I'm so vibrant.
You are
like, chosen one. Such a joie de vivre. Like, you could see, you know that thing when people say when you get older, you lose your joie de vivre? Yeah. You have it. It's like,
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you're like even prettier than in my past.
You are glowing. You are vibrant. And the thing is, it's because you understand life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, like, you really get it. You got it
she
before.
She literally went through. She literally know what life is and also what deaths look like.
Yes. And now you could appreciate it.
Exactly.
A lot.
You have a choice right now but to appreciate life because you see what you almost lost. Yes. Not only that you almost lost your life, but you had babies behind. You know, you had a husband that was willing to give up everything for you. Exactly.
And I wouldn't want to leave them behind. I'm not going to lie to you. I love your honesty about not wanting to leave them behind, because a lot of people don't really say that side of it.
But can I chime into that? The second time that I came close to that is because after treatment, every time I'm sick, weak, and persons have to do everything for me. The simplest thing, feed me, clothe me, bathe me. And I'm a very active person, independent, doing everything for myself. And then to reach to a state that all family members had to chime in to help and do stuff for you, I did wanted to give up on life. I did. That was the second time. I did wanted to give up. So after that hospital chemo thing, the second time was like, I was like, this is how my life has become. It's the best I leave this earth. It's the best I leave this earth.
Not beautiful. Not your beautiful.
This part I don't like to share because it's really, really
Don't touch it. Don't. But I just shiver. Don't.
That shows your strength. Yeah. You know, even though you had that thought, you still fight yourself out of it.
Yeah, it's my eldest daughter, so I have to say, at that time, she knew, she was 13 and she knew I was sick, but she didn't know what I was sick with at that time.
Okay.
And I don't know, she saw something in me that she told me, Mom, fight for your life. Wow. Do not give up. And by her nice little voice, shaky voice with tears in her eyes, I was like, what am I doing? What is this? And since then, I have been fighting. And by me sharing my story, shows them my down, and this is my up.
Correct.
And it was not easy, but because of my daughter saw something in me that was giving up, and by her speaking life into me,
pretty much.
I've been fighting ever since.
Shout out to the daughter.
So, yeah. Shout out to Naisha. She's studying in the Netherlands now.
Shout out to Naisha in the Netherlands. You're amazing, Naisha.
Support system is always needed.
Yes,
like no matter what the situation is you're going through, we just have these things like, oh, I don't need nobody. You cannot go through life without someone. It could be just one person. You need that person because it could be one word, one sentence, a hug, something that person is going to say to you or do for you that is so meaningless or so small, but it makes such a drastic difference in you. Like that one sentence she said to you, like, Mommy, you got to live.
Yeah,
and it makes
But she was able to say that sentence because of who her mom is.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the thing. That statement was such a testament of who you are as a mom.
Because
she sees strength.
Yeah.
So she's like, she forget? No. Let me remind her real quick. That's what that was. No, that is a testament.
Never looked at it that way.
Yeah,
But
I know you wouldn't. The thing is most people don't see it, but you subconsciously, when you're raising your children, even when you're not speaking, if you're not doing, you're still subconsciously raising it. She's watching you get up and still get something done, even regardless. So she's like, my mom, because this is what it is. My mommy is not really like this. That is what it was now. I'm not accustomed to seeing my mommy like this.
She don't look like
what's trying on here?
Yeah. She don't have fun with us anymore. So she knows something is wrong.
Yeah. And she's like, no, let me remind my mommy real quick of the queen and boss and strength that she got. Let me just remind her real quick. Shout out to you, Naisha. Shout out to you.
That's good. Like I always said again, a great support system is always needed. And you having your husband and your daughter as young as she was, maybe she didn't understand to the full capacity of what it is that you was really dealing with. She still made a difference.
That's right.
At that moment, I had to let her know what I was dealing with. And that, by her knowing that, gave her the extra strength to be there for me. And the support system, like I said, is very important. I fully agree with you because this disease, it takes a toll on you, not only physically, but also mentally. Because if you're a person, like for myself, like I said, active, customer doing this, and then persons are doing that for you, it's like, you just don't want to be a burden.
You don't want to be a burden.
And you don't recognize yourself anymore. And the changes in your body, could take an effect, and also there was so much protocol and procedures that had to be done with this treatment that's where my mom stepped in. That's why support system is very important because the cleaning is like I said, it's poison going to your body. So when you go to the restroom, you have to flush the toilet like 5 times, the doctor told me. It's because toxins coming out to your body. And then let's say if my daughter go to use it, it can go up.
In her, yes.
In her, and then she can get ill.
Yeah.
So I didn't know these things, but the doctor and the nurse told us, that was in the consultation, okay, this is what you're going to get, the treatment, but also this is what you have to do home. And that's where my mom came in, step in to assist, making sure that the bathroom is clean 3 times a day. Wearing masks. My kids at the door, they had to take off their clothes because my immune system was very weak. So I can't get any COVID, any flu, and anything. So
you're going through this in the midst of the storm. This is the worst time, bro.
And this experience in the worst time you could have it because the most sensitive time, where everybody got to be extra careful with everything, like the way the social distancing and all of that. And that is the time that you had to be going through this. That is crazy.
So it was more at the end of the pandemic, but we still had to be.
Correct.
Even if it was, because at the end we still had a lot of procedures, even to a year after, because we didn't know what the world was going to be like.
Indeed.
Wow, that is crazy. Go ahead.
So for me, it's like I said in the beginning, think depth, and I was not educated, and I also didn't know anyone with this disease. So I'm grateful for two ladies in the community, Tamara Leonard and Marcelino LeBlack, aka Maso, that came out publicly to share their story, and I reached out to them. So while battling the disease, I also wanted to reach out to someone that went through
understand
it, to understand, because the internet, social media was so overwhelming with information, and you don't know what is truth or what is fake. So shout out to these two ladies that came out with their story. I reached out to them, and they gave me tips and how to deal with certain situations. And they are so dynamic, and I said I wanted to be once I get better, because at that time only my family knew. I said once I'm better, I will share my story as well. I want to be that face. I want to be that person to inspire and educate and let persons know. Girl, it's not a taboo. It's not a taboo anymore. It's not a death sentence. Once caught early, in the early stages, it can be treated and you can fight it. So that's why I'm here today, to share my story. That's why I'm vibrant. I am so happy for life. I'm grateful and thankful to God for giving me a second chance.
And the thing is, you are doing it so gracefully, like Millian said earlier. It's easy, like sometimes, like there's an influencer or someone that's speaking about their experience and you're listening to them, but you don't relate. You don't see yourself relating to them, the way they deliver the message. But for you, you're so soft and and
raw with
it. That is like, it's impossible for somebody to hear you talking, for them not to be like, oh, okay, wait, listen, let me listen. You know what I mean? So I admire your strength. I admire the way you gracefully went through this horrible experience. God gave you another chance and you are grateful. We can all see how grateful you are when it comes to you wanting to live, because you are doing it and you're doing it so very beautifully.
And with such amazing purpose. Like, I love that. Like, I must chime into
that, Millian, because while I was in my dying bed, I had a talk with God, and I said, God, let me live for my kids. Let me live for my family. And I want to live, not just live. I want to live a life of purpose. Whatever purpose you have for me, God, I want to live. And one of the purpose, I know that he wants me to know that there's a God, wants people to know there's a God.
Yes.
He wants me to be the testimony and let people know that he can turn things around when you're in your lowest of low. And that's why, too, I have to fulfill my promise to him, because I said, God, once you keep me alive, I will go and share of your testimony. And that's why I'm sharing my testimony as well.
Listen.
Honestly, you're doing it beautifully. And I think God, I don't think there's a point in time he's going to be like, oh, I shouldn't have given her a second chance. You know what I mean? Because not only that, you are grateful. You're keeping your promise. You're living for your kids. You're living for yourself. You're appreciating life, and you're also sharing your story with others. Just by sharing your stories alone, that can help someone. Like, oh, I've never got tested before. Maybe I should.
Yes, not only tested, but the faith in God that you had. That when you said, God is giving me the chance to walk in purpose, it takes me back to the line of God only gives certain battles to his strongest soldiers. But people has failed to see the soldier part. When they say his strongest soldiers and you face the battle, the reason you become a soldier is now you are a soldier for him. You're fighting for him. You're in the war. You become in the war in earth, but now you become one of his soldiers fighting for him. So now all the naysayers and all the doubters and this is not real and he is not real. My soldier is not to testify for me. You have no idea how much you were chosen. Like, you were chosen.
It's not easy.
You are chosen.
It's not easy sharing your story. It's really not easy going in the media with cameras and lights.
That's why we were so skeptical of okay, wait, how do we do this?
For everyone, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's the hype, wearing pink. But for a breast cancer warrior, a survivor, we live it every day. And for us, it's like, it has the post. Dealing with it, battling it is one thing, but living with it is another. And going back to that is living with it is like a lot of aches and pains in your body.
So you feel pain now?
I was just gonna ask.
Yes, I feel aches.
So you got cleared.
Yes, next year, January, will be my 5th year.
They don't have a
declare me cancer-free.
You don't have a pen, but I'm going to ring
my
you.
test and
God
everything
is
is
God is good. I know you're going to
So
be
I declare it already. I'm cancer-free.
That's it.
All right.
But living with it is another headache because it's like your life is not the same anymore. I will talk about the physical side. The physical side is a lot of aches in your body. Because like I said, it's poison that went through your body. So you have a lot of bone pain, tangling feeling in your hands, fatigue. Listen, I will go to bed early. I will exercise and still I will feel fatigue.
But is that something medically that like the doctor said that is going to eventually stop, or that is just...
Like will the poison like come out of your body?
Like, that's something that you got to live with?
No, it's just a side effect.
Okay.
It will never go away. Because I've talked to ladies in the community 15, 20 years that you will
and
think...
still feel it.
That they still feel fatigue. They still feel pain in their bones. Also mentally, it's like stress. Stress is one of the things that I want to emphasize that it brings along a lot of illnesses, but cancer is one of them. And for us... we always have to look on the positive side of things because we cannot stress because it can reactivate or you can get it back. You can get cancer back.
I was just going to ask
you can get it back.
Question.
So,
like, does that thought even like...
No.
Okay.
Because your mindset is a powerful tool and I just look at everything in positive. Even if I'm going through a struggle, I look at the positive side of it. Because the moment you start thinking negative, that, I can get it back, or stress.
You're adding that extra stress on yourself.
Adding that extra,
you
manifest it and bring it back. So for me, I declare that I'm healed in Jesus' name. I declare that I'm going to live a couple of...
until 101 years. I did it to 101.
Think positive. I don't even think about...
what can happen.
What can happen.
You're right.
So
you went through it, you lived through it, you move on from it. I agree.
Yes, you just live life with gratitude and purpose, and God will see that and give you extra long life.
Listen, I don't know what else to say when it comes to this. So much strength. Like I know people that went through cancer. My mother-in-law passed with cancer, and I was around for a little bit, to see what it does to her. But to hear somebody sit down and give out their story of what it did to them, how it affected them, their family and stuff like that, this is not just a regular person that can get to this.
Yes.
Like, honestly, like your strength is, if it's one thing I can say I take from this and that stick with me with you, is your strength. Because if you don't have the strength, you can't do this and then come out looking like this and still have that attitude and that, positivity, like, girl.
Yeah. Because she took the strength of others, and instead of being pitiful and thinking of herself, she decided to fight.
Yes.
And that is why you breast cancer survivors, family members, they should just get their flowers.
Yep.
Yes.
Point blank. Because it's not nothing that anybody could just go to. It's just not.
And believe it or not, I have a lot of ladies in the community that have it, but they're not brave enough, or they still believe that sharing this story, person will look down on them, or
That's such God.
You have to just respect that because it's easy sharing your story. They feel ashamed for whatever reason, or they're not comfortable to come out there. So the ones that do decide to share the story, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of bravery.
For them also.
And I'm speaking on their behalf because I'm mentoring 5 ladies now, various ages, and they don't want to share the story because I said, for now, I am the face, but I would like others as well, because breast cancer, it doesn't discriminate.
And it's not like you were doing something
beautiful,
bad,
ugly. No, it does not discriminate. So the more persons see the different faces in the community that have it, the more they will take it serious and go get checked.
Correct.
Because early detection, when you can detect it early, you can treat it and do something about it. The moment that you don't, and it's on the later stage, stage 4, which is a later stage, most of the time it's terminal. And it has to be a miracle that you survive that. But get checked.
Yeah.
I cannot emphasize anymore to persons to go and get screened and checked.
But here's the thing, right? I'm just going to take it back from the beginning real quick, even though our videographer is like 5 minutes. However, you said that the doctor said that 35 was too early.
Is that a thing?
Like, I don't understand that statement, because I feel like if you got checked at 35, you could have avoided maybe what happened at 39.
But is there an age bracket?
Like, I don't
when
understand
you have
that.
to start getting
World Health Organization said as of 35. But as the world is changing, the food we eat, the environment, the stress level, it's higher because of economic situation.
And life has advanced, exactly.
They have to go back and do research, and it's younger
in
now,
that case,
right?
As I was saying, in
you
that
should
case,
be
it should
able
have
to
been younger.
choose.
But
As
at that time,
25, I want to check.
Based on research at that time from
doctors.
World Health Organization, they did the research. It was 35, but now I have two ladies I know, 30 and 32. So now it's younger because of, like I said, life is life in. Stress level is higher. The food that we're eating is contaminated. It doesn't matter if it's bio or
there's nothing that is safe unless I've told people, unless you grow it in your backyard, you have no idea what's going on.
Also, the things we use, believe it or not, your toothpaste, your deodorant, perfume.
Yeah.
So, like, we could go on and on, but just to show you, like, everything around you have some kind of cancer in it. That it's younger now. So at that time they said 35. So when I went, I was too young. So
that's crazy.
I still really think that's crazy now, because I honestly feel like it could have been avoided, because you could have maybe catch it at stage 1 or even maybe farming.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Still in the early stages. I'm grateful. I'm also grateful because there were no other symptoms beside. They told me at that time back pain. I had a lot of lower back pain, but I didn't know at that time was a symptom. And the bloody discharge, if I did not had that,
you wouldn't
have known. I would have not known.
So they told you lower back pain is one of the symptoms?
Yes.
Really?
Lower back pain.
That's my everyday thing.
Don't do
No.
Don't play me like that. Don't play me like that.
But I'm just
I will take you now. I will take you to get tested right now. Okay.
But if you haven't got tested, I have this month positive foundation and electrolyte.
Yes. She does it. Big ups to her too, because now speak like I've always seen her movement, but after speaking with you, no disrespect to her, by the way, but after sitting down with a cancer survivor and actually speaking with you, I just like her, I respect her 20 times fold now. I really understand.
No, Shirley, like that foundation.
Understand this.
Really, you have to be like not here on the island for you not to know.
Not only that, but with the doctor's appointments that she does, like you can go, like she schedules it and you can go. I was like, this is a big deal.
Duty to reach out and help as much as they can,
possible,
in every way they can. Like they put that word out there that if you choose not to do something about it, it's not on them. Because they give you the tools, they give you the information. Like how you said, you was not educated. You didn't know what this was about, how it can affect you and stuff like that. They are there. Like they provide all of that, So we the thing is, we have the tools, we have ways of figuring out things. We just got into this habit of
it can't be me.
It's not gonna be.
That's what that is. Like, it can't possibly be that.
And when in reality, it's nonsense because
they don't discriminate.
Exactly.
Anyone.
It could be anybody.
I know a lady at 84. She got it at 84.
Oh God,
someone else at
crazy.
60 something, 70 something. I was like, that
why
age.
even think about it at the end, and then you have to go through oh my goodness. Listen, respect to all the people that this has affected.
From this, what we can say is, like Yolanda said, ladies, go and get checked. Don't play with it. I need to take this as advice for myself. Like, go and get checked. Don't wait last minute. If you know your body, study your body, understand your body. If something feels wrong, if something feels weird, don't be scared to ask a question. That's what the doctors are there for. Even
And
if
reach
sometimes
out.
they behave crazy, but at least you do your part, and bring yourself to them and let them figure it out.
Yeah.
So Yolanda, thank you so much for opening up. I know this was not easy. As much as you do it, I can imagine that it never gets easier because for you to relive this experience over and over, all over again. But we appreciate you for doing it. You are speaking up for the ones that, don't feel the strength, don't have the strength as yet to do it. And eventually, I'm hoping those ladies you're working with, they can support you and come out with you and show the face. Because the more people can come out and speak about their experience, I'm sure there's more people that we're going to be touching.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for being the community. Thank you for being one of those persons in the community that you can reach out to.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I could only imagine. I could only imagine, and having someone like you that you can reach out to and get some answers and not feel like I'm going to literally leave everything behind. It makes a world of difference. And just your presence makes a world of difference. You are walking faith.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely.
That's again, God's soldiers. I just tell people all the time, I'm very into God. So you are walking faith. You are proof. You are the testament. And I also thank you for giving God the glory. I thank you for publicly giving God the glory because God is great.
Yep.
No, you should have been known. And now you know. All right. So thank you for just being you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And shout out to Naisha. and hubby. Okay. And the 8-year-old too. Okay. We understand.
Alicia,
Okay.
12 years now.
Oh, the 12-year-old. Sorry. Big girl. Do you think?
No, but on a real, guys, this was a very special episode. We had to do it. We couldn't let the month of October goes by and we didn't do our part.
Yeah.
Again, Yolanda, thank you so much for sharing. If you're gonna take something out of this, guys, go and get checked.
Yes.
Don't ignore your body. Don't feel like, oh, I can't talk about it. Someone is here to listen. You see Yolanda on the road, you feel like asking a question. I'm pretty sure if she could sit here in front of this camera and this is going to go viral, I'm pretty sure if you see her on the road, you can approach her and she will respond to whatever questions that you have.
She's lovely.
And
okay, guys, trust me. If she wasn't there, she would have been on the show. She's lovely.
So, thank you guys for logging in. See you in next episode. Don't forget our Instagram,
follow,
Facebook, share, like, all the good stuff.
Subscribe. No, we forgot that. Subscribe.
Thank you for always logging in. Mills, was a good one.
Death. We love you to the moon and back. Remember, God is good all the time. Remember your resilience and strength.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, you are amazing because you are the only you on the planet. Okay?
Yep.
Will be great.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Continue the good work. You are doing it. You are doing it beautifully.
Thank you.
I can't say thank you enough.
That's the thing. Like, I can't, like, you can't, let's give a round of applause. We need to clap. And we need a bell in here. Like, ding, 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 ding. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
This was another one. See you guys next week. Love you. Bye.